Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. I feel like ever since Dragon Ball Daima ended its initial run, I've been thinking about the state that the franchise is in right now. The manga's still on hiatus, and it doesn't really look like there's going to be an anime adaptation of the Moro and Granola arc soon. So I wanted to talk about what could happen in the future for Dragon Ball, and if its story will come to an end soon. Let's not waste any more time and get into it. I think it's pretty common knowledge that Dragon Ball's story wasn't planned out that well. I mean, it's pretty obvious if you go back and read OG Dragon Ball and compare it to Dragon Ball Z. But at the end of Z was meant to be the end of the series basically. And it feels like ever since Battle of G's was made, everything from modern Dragon Ball is just contradicting what happens between the end of the Buu Saga and the end of Z. And look, I get that canon in Dragon Ball is kind of tricky, especially nowadays since there's different types of canons to go off of thanks to Daima messing it up even more. But my point is that the manga has to end at some point, or at least acknowledge the end of Z. Right now in the timeline, Dragon Ball Superhero is close to the same year as it, so there's no real reason for them not to once the manga comes back. I personally think that if Dragon Ball was to come back after Z's ending, then it should be placed after the end of Z, since that already avoids a lot of continuity issues that Super made, but that's just me. If Dragon Ball ever really decides to continue with the Black Frieza arc, then it should at least be set in the same year or after the end of Z. It'll show fans that Super isn't in its own bubble, just making things less complicated in general. I think this might be an unpopular opinion, but I think that there won't be a lot of arcs made after the Black Frieza one. The reason why I think that is because of Akira Toriyama's passing and how Dragon Ball in general doesn't have a direction that it can go past that. I can see a couple more arcs being made, but nothing major. And look, I'm not trying to discredit Toyotaro by saying he isn't worthy of being Toriyama's successor or something. If anything, I think he's the most qualified to be when you think about how long he worked with him on the manga, but the core ideas from those arcs came from Toriyama himself. Having someone like Toyotaro carry out the same type of position just feels like a lot for one, and I feel like there's a lot of other places where the universe, or universes in this case, can be even more fleshed out. I mean, the Tournament of Power arc left that pretty open. Some of the ideas I thought that we could get were maybe like novels or one-shot mangas made for different universes, showing the type of stuff that certain characters are up to in them, or maybe we can get more of a story into Yamoshi. Naruto had kind of the same thing going on after the manga ended its run, with Kishimoto making different novels and even one-shot mangas for different characters, like Minato for example. I just feel like there's a lot of potential for stuff like that to happen, since Super introduces stuff in one arc and then just never touches on it again later. I still think that once the anime does adapt everything that's left of the manga, and once Super's ended its run completely, Dragon Ball will be just fine. People seem to forget that Dragon Ball's original run ended back in 1995 originally, and through all those years up until 2013, Dragon Ball didn't fizzle out in popularity. The brand is known everywhere, and it's strong enough at this point that even when Super ends, things won't change. It's definitely going to be similar to that period of time though. There's going to be a lot more content with Super, the movies and Daima being included. I still think that the franchise will keep its popularity, but it'll mainly be on the multimedia side of things that we'll have stuff to look forward to. At least that's the most realistic option. But hopefully we get to see at least some news of what's going on with the anime soon, since that is taking forever just to happen. Thanks for watching through the video though. Please make sure to like and subscribe for future content, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.